those gender norms that we follow.
Male and female matters. God gives you one of those identities, you take on that role. And now you're responsible for not or for fulfilling that role. There's a masculine crisis because men are not taking responsibilities for the God-given roles that they have in society. And so when you take away the need to say, God made you this or God made you this.
I love when like God-loving motherfuckers go crazy for God. Because like, nobody wants to hear it. One of the main components of like why people despise liberals is because of how fucking sanctimonious they are, okay? Let's be real. Liberals love being so fucking right. Like they love presenting themselves as like the moral arbiter of truth and justice, and they're so sanctimonious, and it pisses people off. Everyone's like, nah, fuck that. Shut the fuck up. God lovers of this magnitude can't shut the fuck up about God. And that is precisely why everyone on that panel, even if they're like Christians, will go, dude, shut up. Like, Jesus Christ, like you are just relentless. Like, shut up. Oh my God.
Now you don't have to take responsibility for not fulfilling what you were called to do.
When you do that, you also take away other things that somebody else may do. If I have a woman or a partner that wants to take on certain roles and I say, hey, those are my roles that God gave me in society, now I'm suppressing that person. Like at the end of the day, we're all human beings. Yeah, you define who you are and how you behave under God. That's what God gave us, free will.
But also like, I think that the religious beliefs should not be used to like dictate how other people identify or how other people live their lives.
Humans need predictability, and when we put each other in these boxes, it gives us the opportunity to make decisions quickly. And I think that's what we're fighting is as a civilization at the moment, is the desire to put 7.5 billion people in specific boxes so that we can have some sort of predictability.
I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Ribcorn Andy is just fucking spitting, dude. What is happening? What is happening? They're so dude, this is agitprop. This is agitprop. Men, this is our year, boys. This is our year, boys.
2023
is the year of men, okay? But good men. Not men like Andrew Tate, good men, all right? On the come up. Men are on the come up big time, okay?
Or stability in our lives. I was an emotionally abusive young man in my 20s because I had an idea of what my wife should do, and it caused a lot of stress.
Why were you the way you were?
You know, I had a lot of anger. I had a lot of pent-up rage. I had, you know, some combat stress that I had to deal with also that I wasn't dealing with because men don't show emotion.
There is a social construct that benefits.
Dude, okay. I gotta say something here. Look. We always talk about like bad therapy or some of the worst consequences of therapy. Like, you know how, you know, we talk about like the Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been awful on mankind. Okay. So has therapy. Okay. Some bad therapists will just go, yes, queen, and create a fucking process in which like you are basically defending all of your worst urges all the damn time and also hyper medicalizing yourself in a way that like makes it impossible to have a normal conversation with you. Okay. That, on the other hand, is good ass therapy. Holy that's a dude who literally just went to therapy and was like, I fixed my shit. Oh my God. It's just demonstrate growth. Like, that's awesome.
Responsibility that I've learned as I've gotten older is learning how to not enforce my power, learning over women, over people.
You're saying that role gives men more privilege, like an advantage and privilege. I'm saying that it is more self-sacrificing. I do not have free time. I do not have hobbies. I do not wake up during the day and do what I want to do ever. I'm thinking about my wife, my kids, my business.
But that's your decision, and that's not like a mandatory thing of your masculinity.
Well, if you believe that God is true,
I don't,
and you believe that He is God, then you do have that responsibility.
What privilege are you? Like,
they said, I don't.
Like, what privileges do men have?
We've constructed this entire society to benefit us.
Break it down. Like, what privileges exactly?
Like, we talk about the wage gap, or if you look at Roe versus
Florida man nailed it, dude. Never wrong. Florida man coming in.
versus way, men controlling women's bodies.
Even if there might be those privileges, there's also more men who commit suicide, more men incarcerated.
I think when you talk about like incarceration rates and things like that, like things that men are a victim of, I think that it's important to like recognize, like, I don't think that men are oppressed solely on the grounds that they're men. I think that men like, experience oppression based on like the intersections of their identities, which is why we see like different like lower class jobs being worked by men, or like higher suicide rates, or like incarceration rates going up, because like men, like black men, brown men, indigenous men, queer men, trans men, etc. Those people like face oppression, they experience oppression, but it's not solely due to their identity as a man.
But I think dating and
Say it! Say it, because they're laborers. Say it, Griffin. You, as a man, you're a cis-gender, heterosexual, white guy living in America. You are experiencing oppression. You are certainly experiencing oppression. You're not experiencing it on the virtue of being a man, on the virtue of being cisgender, or on the virtue of being heterosexual. You are experiencing it because you are a worker. You are a laborer. You are getting f***ed over by your bosses. Okay? That's it. You are united with everyone else under one struggle. That is class struggle.